Ready whenever.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So apparently we got gypped and pranked by Goose.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
you know what? I kind of needed that. I needed to use the bathroom. I actually did. As we're getting ready here on the latter end of this. So let me put
Yeah,
blue
Goose just
team.
DM'd me saying that he was kidding and that DM was supposed to go to Bass. So, I mean, we got an intermission though, so
No way.
it is lovely.
That's their fault. That's what he gets. All right. I'll tell him right now. Moby will be blue. I will tell you when. There we go. Anyways. Me camera on the mic. What? That's weird. Pookie Woolly Woogly Boogly Bear Jelly here has a little something prepared for you guys.
Yes, sir.
As we get ready
My
now.
buddies. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It is the finals. And might I remind you that for this match, it's not just a game. It is nature's reckoning. Fur versus flesh, jungle versus deep sea. Two titans of teams about to collide. We have Moby Dicks versus King Kongs. Let's get this game going.
Beautiful. Absolute freaking cinema, baby. What a time to see what your S tier is truly capable of. A champion versus chemistry. And Delta,
Here we go. Get Delta. Wait, everyone was here. Oh, wait.
Oh my goodness.
Wait. What are we supposed to? Okay, wait. Goose is back. We got one.
Just I don't.
Delta just DC'd. What are
Yeah,
we
we'll
supposed
restart.
to? Okay, restart.
Yeah. We'll leave.
Well, there goes that intro. GG's, man.
Yeah, everybody, they'll give a round of applause to Delta. That was beautiful.
Okay, thank you. I gotta give courtesy of my buddy Nem there for that recommendation.
Oh my goodness, dude.
Wow. That might have been cinema.
If that's not preseason, I don't know what is. Kiko, what do you want, dude? Everybody, this guy's been hounding me all day. Y'all say what's up to the gang. No, don't look at me, bro. Don't look at me.
Hold up.
Don't look at me with those eyes. Anyways, we got a dog here while we wait for Delta.
That is diabolical to say, Mr. Monster.
All right, hold up. While we wait,
I'm getting a new.
I'm putting him as the caster.
You giving me casserole? Hell yeah, brother. All right. Okay. Got a new game going. DM'd everyone the things. Hopefully we're all good. That was so bad. Yeah, we got the dog. Hell yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have a... No, don't join. They're joining.
Oh my goodness. I didn't even... I guess it just clicked the in-game.
It's okay, it works.
That has to be
let's... Are we all ready? We all good?
amazing thing I've ever experienced.
How we feeling, Moon? We all good, bro? We ready?
We're feeling good, man. We're feeling great. Yeah,
All right. Here we go. Teams are joining. Things are starting. Here we have, let's see who the kickoff favors. It does favor King. Wait a minute.
Kong, yeah. It's ironic
go.
because their name last season was King Cobra. So it's just another kid.
Really? Ooh,
Bass!
but the whiff. Bass, how you gonna whiff that, bro?
Ain't no way. Bass and Carr, same person? Question mark.
We have Kyle going up for the play. Potential double opportunity, does not quite get it. Bass, okay, we got the redemption.
Is there another DC? Hold up. There was a bump there on Maples. Oh, no, I'm tripping.
No, just a beautiful bump play.
Dude, I thought he was like way closer, bro.
I thought so too. I thought it was AFK at another moment.
He got freaking destroyed.
Here we got King Kong's taking possession as Kyle plays it up in the air, trying to get a pass over one, gets it over one. Goose gets the touch, but Bass whiffs, going the ball to Maples. Maples keeping possession here. Kadoku, beautiful 50. This is S tier game, ladies and gentlemen. We have an intense match as Kadoku whiffs, but so does Romeo. Goose getting the beautiful 50, but it goes straight to Kadoku. Gets the quick touch. Bass goes for the pre-jump, but he's whiffing. Bass not looking optimal right now. Wow, a lot of whiffs for an S tier game right now.
I mean, what
do you got to say so far?
What more do you ask for, man? This has already been. I don't know, man. That took a lot out of me. The DCs and the
the DC was crazy.
But hey, at least they got their goal back. You know, they earned it. I guess. Question mark.
Potentially. It's okay. Goose is last. He's gonna be keeping possession here. He's going to be controlling the ball, keeping it close. Not a lot of boost to his name. Kadoku recognizes that and goes for the quick touch, gets the pass mid, but Maples is there. Bass playing really far back here. Potential bang. Looking for the pass to Kadoku, but Kadoku passes it to Bass, but Bass is not there to follow.
How about them apples? Now 3 minutes on the clock. King Kong sitting pretty comfortable with this lead. Right now, Moby Dicks are just struggling to get out of their backfield. And now, a pass play attempt. Goose, though, a little bit too deep out, and now it allows this free open. Oh my goodness.
Maples, you cannot be whiffing that. This is S tier for a reason. We can't be whiffing the perfect 50, and it's just in Kadoku's hands, giving King Kong a 2-0 lead against Moby Dicks. What a game. This game is insane.
Maples, the guy.
Some would say this is not
S
S tier.
Missing an open net like that. That is not 4 keychain Maples. Halfway mark now as Delta. Maybe a little bit of miscomms there. Looking a little bit out of the element. I just realized Kadoku changed his name to Ko. That's so cute. But halfway mark now, and King Kong sitting comfortable on the 2-0. Maybe a double attempt. He plays the pass. Maples wanted to squishy, but doesn't have any shot to defend. Now Kadoku on his own. He has to collect himself here. Does Goose get grabbed? No. Goose plays the ball instead. Somebody has to meet it here. Kyle does. And he gets a self-pass, allowing a follow-up and more pressure.
Goose gets the beautiful stop there, positioning himself for a beautiful double potential, but he does in fact get bumped, but it's okay because Delta is following it up, but Kyle does not care. Kyle flips over the ball, giving Maples full possession. Maples going for the quick pass, but Bass is in net. See, the thing about S tier, guys, is there's constant rotates, meaning that there's always someone back, meaning that it's very unlikely for some open net potentials, meaning that if you want to get a goal, you really got to force it.
Amazing. Oh, great touch there for the follow and Goose.
Oh, wow.
You can just tell immediately, man, that is not a guy who's the worst on his team. That's a man who's an absolute beast. The first touch, beautiful power, too much speed to allow any follow-up on that backboard, and just a free double.
Wow. What a demo off the kickoff. Kadoku found himself out of play, but he does recover. Quick respawns coming out. Maples getting the touch up, but it doesn't matter because Kyle is in full possession, passing down to Kadoku. It's definitely looking like King Kong has a bit more control on the ball, whereas Moby Dicks is kind of just banging it, looking for potential shot opportunities. Goose with the quick speed.
Just slides right through. To see this through the point of view right now. Oh, nobody on that back post.
Kyle needs to jump there.
I wonder if he is a little bit. I know he's a little bit on the higher ping. but they get like towards that 90 to 100. Not sure how much of a difference that really makes, but
What a fake by Maples. Beautiful 50. Looking for a pinch pass, but doesn't quite get it. Kyle is on the ball, keeping it close. Delta pushing it back, but he does end up getting demoed. Kadoku popping it out mid for the enemy team potentially. Maples doesn't get the good touch. Bass, beautiful 50. What a clear by Kyle.
I think immediately what stands out to me in the S tier, even opposed to A, right? We can compare to B and C, right? A tier is, you mentioned the rotations, but knowing when to get out and how to stay in on the offense. I'm seeing it very consistently right now with Moby Dix and King Kong as well. You know, hitting that defensive rotation when necessary.
Yeah, this is definitely the case. What a 50. Beautiful save. We are going to be probably kicking it the first game off to an overtime play unless Kyle has anything to say. Bass keeping possession, 100 boost to his name, but it doesn't matter because he's getting insta-chowed by Maples, kicking it off in overtime.
Overtime for game 1 in the S tier. Very nice treat. He gets the ball out for a save, but Delta, I thought he was about to actually outplay Maples there. Gusto doesn't play the pass, he plays the backboard. Now he does. Delta nearly getting the shot up, but Bass, quick save.
Goose goes for a little solo play there, but he does seem awkward, so he doesn't end up getting anything. Maples looking for the pass, but Kyle is reading it. No, he's not. Bass looking absolutely lost on there. What a save by Kadoku. Bass looking very uncomfortable on the backboard, but it doesn't matter because Romeo slots it.
A lot of abuse. Deja vu now with Kyle was in a similar position. Bass just wasn't. Kadoku unable to bail out this time and get picked off there.
Whoa. What a game 1. First round is in overtime. Looking very intense. Definitely seeing who the star players are on both teams. I mean, Goose, even though he's not the top of the leaderboard, he did have the most crucial pushes, the speed, the positioning, the rotation. It's all there.
I think, whoa, camera, a little funny right now. I think I also just realized Moby Dix is the one that was my #1 decal choice there.
Really?
It gives me a little bit of a Shisa vibe, if you know which one that is here in Rocket League. But I realized why we didn't see it, and that's because the previous Moby Dix did not win one game. It took me a second.
Get swept.
But now we're going to kick off into the second game here. And, I mean, pretty good. You know, you saw King Kong, how they could come out fast right there, but they started to lose themselves a little bit towards the end, or more so the punishment. There was a lot of punishment plays on the side of Moby Dix and really helped power through there for them to then collect themselves. I think just about every single goal they had was this layer of harassment from the side of Moby Dix, and, you know, that eventually King Kong had succumbed to the pressure.
Kicking off the kickoff, having King Kong already crying as Mabe gets the quick shot. What a kickoff start. Kyle looking a little lost, thinking that he could have time, but Mabe and just insta-chowed it straight into the net.
One of them monkey moon shots, no flip, just straight freaking gas.
Beautiful kickoff as Goose and Maples trying to make a play here. Goose with the quick follow. Are we going to see another double? No, not as gets the save. Romeo trying to keep it close here, but he ends up hitting it back off, but it doesn't matter.
I think now there's a little bit of time correction they need here. Delta, that was so simple, but a very key touch there. But is it going to be for naught? Nope. Maples is going to be able to follow through. The pressure is still mounting now for King Kong. They need to manage their boost a little bit here on the side of Moby Dix. It just kind of goes back. I think there's a pass coming in from that side now. Kyle getting picked off. I think he might have noticed it just in time. But these outplays have been key for King Kong to push through.
It's definitely looking like Kadoku might play a good amount of ones because his control on the ball and just his ability to keep it close to him, it's really benefiting King Kong's here. It's making it so that Moby Dix does not have a lot of scoring opportunities, but he is going to bang it away there, but it's okay because Kyle's there to follow Maples with the beautiful clear. Can Goose capitalize off of it? No, we can't, but Romeo just not fast enough as it goes back to Maples.
Oh,
Beautiful touch by Maples, and Bass is just standing there.
Not much he could have done there. 0 boost. Maples kind of made Kyle, you know, in a worse position, playing the 50 no matter
Kyle
what,
just
but just
misflipped.
unlucky miss. Now 3:36, nearing a minute 30 docked off, and Moby Dix now all of them here. Maples, bro, the same one. This is the champ from last season, really showing his colors and why he was who he was. And you know, I always clown on Goose, but I'm here to, you know, officially, you know, take my new statement. Goose is a great player, outright, and he is really shining through in this moment. You know, really having to he's improved a lot, especially compared to last season. And I think just being with Maples has helped that, and he's been a grinder, and really proud of the guy.
I definitely think that with better teammates, you do end up getting a little bit of power boost, and you have a bit more confidence because you trust them so much. And that's really where the teamwork comes down to. We can clearly see that Moby Dix is definitely going for a good amount of team passes, but just as many solo plays. And Maples and Goose definitely looking like the star players here, but that does not mean Romeo has not done anything because he just scored. Beautiful positioning coming out from Romeo as he's there to capitalize off Maples' quick pass.
Ooh, and any second later, and Kyle would have been there for that save. So great recognition there from Delta. Be able to punish that through, and now near halfway mark and up 3-0. I mean, in a game of what I thought, you know, this King Kong team could really, you know, cement themselves as a prime challenger to the defending champs. It's just being absolutely dissected by Maples and his entourage.
Oh, not the best touch from Bass, and Delta gets the quick demo, allowing Goose to get the quick breakaway. Beautiful demo coming out from Romeo. He recognizes that there's one last in net defending, so he just says, "You are mine." Gets the quick demo, allowing Goose to get a free and easy goal.
I called entourage there too in the moment, but they wanted to show they didn't just need Maples there. That was all Goose and Delta. So it just shows this absolute, you know, playmaking ability throughout every single player, and just a really hard team to beat if you're not ready for it.
Great touch around by Bass. Bass gets yet another. Is Kyle there to finish? Kyle pops it up. Bass looking for the shot, but Romeo is there. Delta showing them that he doesn't need to be the scorer. He is the assister. He's doing so well positionally. He's constantly keeping a body on the ball. It's looking very nice as he floats down. Goose keeping possession here. Plays it close to himself. Not a lot of boost to his name. Kyle gets the touch over, but Maples gets the touch over Bass. And then Kadoku follows up, but gets absolutely 50'd. Looking a little dangerous for King Kongs as Goose goes for the shot, but he misses. No. Goose.
Oh, okay. Nice little self-pass there. But just gives Goose a free ball as there's no one to follow up from King Kong. They were both on the back foot. Now Maples, oh, don't give him his setup. You can't let him fly free. Nice Kadoku with the quick meet. It looks like they understood exactly what I was worried about.
Yeah, it's looking like it is going to be Moby Dix. A minute left on the clock. 4-2-0. Not looking good for King Kongs. They are trying their heart out. They're going to see if they can maybe get one more. Delta getting the soft touch. Hits it straight to Kadoku. Kadoku, beautiful control, but he does use all his boost, meaning that he doesn't have a follow-up opportunity. Kyle has possession, goes for the pass. Middle is Bass there to finish,
okay.
and he is.
Showed a little bit of their chemistry there, a little bit of connection. You know, Kyle punishing the little bit of collateral damage from the side of Maples and Goose. And, you know, Dick, even though it looks like Moby Dix are going to take this, you like to feel good about that, you know, showing that you're capable of pulling out these passes when necessary.
Definitely true. 30 seconds left on the clock. King Kongs need an absolute miracle of plays to occur. As Maples is in the air, Maples trying to get the ceiling shot, but he doesn't quite get it. Now Kyle on the play, looking for a quick shot. Beautiful touch, but he can't quite follow Kadoku. Ball falls in his hands, gets it over 1, gets it around 2, maybe a bump. Beautiful bump,
No!
but Kyle missed it.
He stopped moving. Oh no!
That
The
is
idea,
tragic.
the playmaking from Kadoku. And Kyle, man, he knew he had to go in fast, but just a little bit too soon. You hate to see how he is in bed.
2 seconds left. It is not looking like any hope. Let's see who gets the final goal. It is going to be the ground getting hit. Wow. Moby Dix taking the series 2-0. This game was an absolute blowout. I mean, wow.
Just straight control from the side of Moby Dix. And a very interesting little moment here on the scoreboard. Delta did end up as the MVP, beating Maples out by 18 points.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Delta setting up so many plays here.
definitely
Like,
showed
he's
up
not-
there. The demo play.
Yeah.
Oh,
That demo play was beautiful.
I think his defense also, like, it doesn't really show up purely, you know, there's the saves, but he had a lot of great touches, key touches when necessary, the reads off the backboard in order to prevent any of those double taps or anything. And so he's really showing up here. You know, I did talk about in the predictions, he's got to be the guy that's got to prove it. And, you know, he showed really well in this game. And, you know, hopefully he keeps it up. You know, the first game was a little wonky. He does have Maples and Goose to help give him time. And I think in this mold here he has with them, it is going to allow him to perform very well. So excited to see where that leads him.
All right, kicking off the game 3, we will see if Moby Dix is going to get the sweep. I mean, King Kong's really needs to pull one out of here. Otherwise, that's just how it ends. Beautiful kickoff, but it actually goes back to Goose. Goose gets the beautiful touch back middle, but Kadoku's there to counter. Maple's going for the quick shot, and no one's there, but Kyle recovered.
Right at that last second.
It's definitely looking like King Kongs are playing a bit more defensive here. Don't know if that's going to be a good thing, but we will see.
A bit calmer now. They're a little bit more tame on the side of King Kong. Ironic as they are apes. Nice little mid pass, but no one really there. I think he wanted to keep it a little bit closer. One of his teammates to follow. Now there's some open space here. Maples, cut off quick by Kyle. Now he has the opportunity for a quick counter. Does it get met? Yes, it does. Good try on the pre-flip attempt. And quickly shut down.
Maple's trying to get a follow, but he doesn't quite make connection. Romeo trying to get a quick touch, but Bass gets the bang, but it just goes straight back to Maple. Beautiful positioning. Kyle is hitting Casper the Ghost up in the air. We don't quite know what he's doing up there.
Oh, Bass
He gets
too.
the quick
He's
touch back middle.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that. It just results in a good follow-up there from Delta. Oh, Bass did not want that. I'm not sure if he held drive or something there. I know it can get a little shaky with how it works up there.
Chad, you are not mistaken. This is, in fact, S tier. Believe it or not. Now we have another kickoff potential here. Kadoku gets possession, gets it around 1. Kyle's going to be jumping early, gets the touch, but Maples is there. Maples staying on the ball up close, looking for the pass to Goose. Goose potential double, but it actually goes to Romeo, but Kyle intercepts.
Actually, a huge key touch there from Kyle to put any pressure down to bed. As Kadoku had a little bit of a rotational mistake, and it nearly costed them, but great follow from his team to allow him to still be tame, still be calm, and now here they are with their own offense.
They're really trying to push it out of their half. They're trying so hard, but it's just not working as King Kong is just pounding. They are showing that they are the kings of the jungle here. Kadoku keeping possession, playing it close. I don't think he wanted that touch. It ends up going up straight to Delta. Straight down, but Kyle is there for the finish. Bass hitting it back mid. Don't know if he was passing to Kyle, but Goose does read it. Maple's just kind of sitting still, waiting for it. Little flip reset touch.
Delta, no, you sold the clip. You sold the clip, Delta. Not exactly sure what was happening there. But I mean, I think one thing I wanted to ask personally, I mean, it only took me to the second game, but Jelly here, you know, you're a top player. Do you feel like what truly separates these S tier players from the A tier?
I mean, obviously consistency. Consistency is definitely a big thing. Definitely teamwork and not whiffing open saves like Kyle just did, allowing Maples to get the shot in.
Oh, that's just so uncharacteristic.
I mean, yeah. I would personally say that what separates, you know, S tier from other tiers is just consistency, knowing when to rotate, knowing how to position, and just getting touches to your teammates rather than going for solo plays, because team plays go a long way, as you clearly can see as Delta almost
like
gets that shot.
You manifested it, dude. That was absolutely beautiful. That's up. And then again, yeah, it seems like I've noticed that consistency. It's more so, we talk about solo play consistency, but you're also seeing the consistency of the team plays. Like,
there it is. There's your
dicing it up. Maples just got to spectate in that other corner.
Yeah, Goose could have definitely turned, but he recognized that he wouldn't have had enough time because Kai was pushing, so he opted for the pass straight to Romeo, and that is where it comes in. The team plays just work.
Minute 35, and it's just looking like it's all Moby Dicks here. Not what I really expected. I mean, the first game was a big fight, but more and more now you see how Moby Dicks is taking over this game, and you think more so, not that it was close and they just finished it out, but more so Moby Dicks just had to get a little warmed up.
Yeah, Moby Dicks definitely looking a lot more warm. I mean, we have Maples, the mechanical genius, looking for a team pass.
Delta, the second time, Delta. Oh, you're selling the clips, man.
That was actually a beautiful pass from Maples.
Man, I'm switching up. You know, Delta, I'll say, man, he's showing good here, man, but you are a clip seller. This is, oh, man.
Yeah, the clip selling is definitely apparent as he sells yet another clip, but Goose gets the beautiful flip reset self-touch and just slots it right over their head. Bass looking absolutely clueless, going for a squishy play. Kyle jumping up, but it doesn't matter. Goose shoots it far right, and it goes in.
I mean, just crazy. Goose himself, if you look at just from the start of when we had this league to even now, I mean, he's been a coach. He's now a GM, and now...
That was disgusting.
I hate... Like, I've played Maples too many times to count, dude, and the amount of times I've been faked like Kadoku there. Like, I mean, you don't expect it just as soon as he's reading it way ahead, and people could be, oh, you know, Maple Glaze. I'm sorry, but you're watching the defending champions about to sweep, who I personally thought was a very good contender here. And it's just...
That's the team play. It's just too perfect. 6-0 in the final match. King Kongs just can't do anything.
Just, yep, way to be there, Delta. And like to finish off my closing thoughts on this, man, like he has absolutely improved in, and not only his mechanics, but just this shooting. I think shooting specifically from anywhere and any time, it's a huge thing that just goes around.
Wow.
You know, sometimes just like forgotten, put on the back burner.
4 seconds left, and it's looking like it's gonna be game. Let's see who's gonna end up getting the final goal. Goose trying his best to keep it up, hits it to Kyle. Kyle popping it up, but Goose is not letting him, and Maple just shuts it down. What a game.
Kyle and
the 3-0 sweep.
Leave, and Bass putting GGs with a bunch of exclamation points. You love to see it, man. You know, wow. I think the big thing there, man, it's again, there's Bass just stated super close one there for those who can't see. You know, they're just giving each other all love, man. You know, everyone, it's a mental game, so Kadoku and Kai, you know, need to take some time themselves there. But like, I will say this doesn't show too much about King Kong as a negative, as they did have that, that sign of life at the start, the chemistry, the plays there. But I think this just truly shows the level that Moby Dix is at right now, right? Where I think in this S tier, right, the meta, or if I had to put a name to it, is who's third is gonna be the best, right? Because you got the coach and you've got the star player, the number one. They're gonna be as consistent as they're gonna be, right? They might have one off. It's a whole nother battle up there. But who's gonna be the best third is what I think you're gonna look for here in the S tier, and their Delta, really showing up when he needed to. Kadoku even showing those signs of those outplays, comically with the crossbar hit on Kyle. But still, the fact that there's that chemistry there, the plays that they were able to unfold and just really kind of setting themselves up a lot of the times there, and that's just gonna be across the board in every single team. Who's going to improve the most? It's a short 6-week till playoffs, or I think including playoffs, one of the two. And I think it'll be very interesting to see how it unfolds.
I mean, like I mentioned, it all comes down to the team plays, and it just looks like Moby Dick just has that team play locked in. I mean, the passes between Goose, Maples, and Romeo, it's just perfection. I mean, you see Maples setting up these beautiful plays. You see Romeo and Goose always in a perfect position to get the finish. I mean, and above all else, it's just not hitting the crossbar.
Yeah, I mean, even when things looked bleak on a silly play, their adaptability, I think, was a huge part of it. How they kind of persevered through that, and the King Kongs will write it off. It's a preseason game. I know they'll bounce back from this. I think the biggest part they need to really look at with each other is know where they went right and really enhance on those. It felt like when it came down to it, the latter end, there was a lot of hesitation. There was a lot of both of them in this, like two people in the same position on the defensive side of things. But enough about that. Let me stop trying to be an analyst the whole way through. I think at a certain point it could be a cutoff, but they'll be fine. I'm sure about that. It's just going to be very excited for the playoffs. It's going to be who
playoffs
can really
are going to be
here.
Insane.
Just to now kind of look over at the schedule, what we had today. Again, to reiterate, no, it's not the playoff finals. For some reason, I can't even edit that right now. It doesn't want to show. Oh wait, watch this. I did it!
Hey,
dude, I don't know what's been going on with OBS, anyways, but here we go. Look, we'll have that for the closing. Whatever it was there. Look at that. Look, it's so beautiful. But we had Jormunganders versus Night Stalkers. Great performance there. Went to Game 5. And to the side of Jormunganders, great performance. Really excited to see how they turn out there. Big comebacks there. And then Moby Dix versus King Kong in the B tier. King Kong taking the sweep. And I only remember that because I realized I didn't see the windscreen for them. And I was like, oh yeah, they're the decal I like.
The decal, yeah.
And then on to A tier with Nessies versus Wraith, a Game 5 thriller, absolute barn burner. The car special. I think when you think of, you ever watch college games where they have their bowls. Every single time there's a game with car, that's going to be your college bowl game. You're just excited to see what he's doing. He's made himself a personality there, but they ended up closing that out there in the 5th game. And then Moby Dix versus King Kong, the defending champions, playing against who I believe, I think a team that can really show up and show out. A lot of mechanics over there. I think Bassett's definitely going to have some homework to do that he's definitely more than capable of. So excited to see what they do, but it is a sweep there. You're not a champion for nothing, right? It was good performance there all the way throughout, especially Delta. You're really proving, hey, I said it again in predictions. It's going to be, he's going to be one of those players in the S tier that I think to help take his team to the next level, he's going to have to show up, and he really did there. And so kudos to him there. Any closing remarks yourself, Jelly?
I mean, it's Rocket League, man. It's just all about being consistent. Consistency is key, and there's clearly some teams that are a lot more consistent than others, and that's why they're winning. So I think for the losing teams, one thing to look back at, don't look at the games as just losses. Think of them as learning experiences. Every team that has lost today, whether they won the series, lost the series, won a match, lost a match, they can look back at that match and see the crucial moments that caused them to get scored on. And in the end, if they just work on preventing the goal opportunities, they will be winning.
Great words, great words. Well, close it out, man. I've been your host, Gold Moon, and joined by Jelly
I'm your
Miru
caster, Jelly.
Stall.
Yes,
You know, a
sir.
great man. You did great, man. Awesome to have you here. Hope to see you more
Great to be
again.
here.
Hopefully I'll be back soon. We'll see what's up there. But you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. I'm about to watch the Copa del Rey if anybody wants to go see that with Real versus Barcelona. And yeah, have a good rest of your Saturday. Loves the Saturdays. Oh my gosh, such a good day for these streams. And see you next time.
Have a good one, everyone. Take care.
Wait, actually I want to put it break.